Welcome back to the show. You're watching Empathy is Money, and on this channel I discuss crypto, Web3, metaverse, news. I nerd out on all things crypto, and if you're interested in that type of content, you've reached the right place. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the merge. If you've never heard about the merge, it's an upgrade to our current Ethereum protocol. Ethereum as a protocol is undergoing different and significant changes. There's been a need to scale expand the Ethereum blockchain to accommodate the influx of traffic and the global demand while improving security and decentralization. So beyond the development that's going on, there's been a critical shift in Ethereum it initially started as a movement away from the first version of ETH to the second version of ETH. It was originally called ETH2 around late 2021. Ethereum developers, they stopped using that terminology. They've decided to call it the execution layer or the consensus layer. So if you want to think about it, like ETH1, the first version was the execution layer. ETH2 was the consensus layer. Now when you merge the execution layer and the consensus layer, you have Ethereum. And here's the reason why that happened. Because Ethereum has always had plans to expand the network in a decentralized way and to transition to proof of stake. At the beginning, researchers worked on these efforts separately, but around 2018, they were combined, they were able to combine both of it into a single roadmap under Ethereum 2.0. Now, as part of that roadmap, the existing proof of work chain, which was the first version, we'll call it ETH1, would eventually be deprecated using what is best understood as an Ethereum bomb, like some type of thing where you just destroy it or burn it and it doesn't exist anymore. So after it's been developed, users and applications will then migrate to a new proof of stake Ethereum chain known as ETH2. But when they started working on it, when the developers started working on what we now know as the beacon chain or ETH 2.0, it became clear that the phased ETH 2.0 roadmap would take several years to deliver the full version of it. So this led to a revival of research initiatives on the proof of work chain, and such terms like stateless Ethereum, which would remove the untouched state from the network. The increased focus on making the proof of work chain sustainable over a long term, added with the realization that the beacon chain will be ready much earlier than other components of ETH 2.0 roadmap, led to an early merge proposal. This proposal, now known as the merge, would launch the existing Ethereum virtual machine, which is known as Shard 0 of the Ethereum 2.0 system. Not only would this expedite the move to proof of stake, but it would also make for a much smoother transition for applications, as the move to proof of stake could happen without any migration on their end. So shortly after the proposal, the developers started to toy around and discuss how this could be accomplished. They discussed accomplishing this by leveraging the existing ETH1 clients, essentially bringing ETH1 and ETH2 together. This will massively reduce the development work required to deliver a post-merge system and leverage existing clients. While all of this was going on, research on rollups as a viable and secure way to expand the Ethereum blockchain proved promising. Instead of waiting for a complex, uncertain scaling solution that's years away, they decided to shift the focus towards scaling using rollups instead of sharding execution. So while gas prices on ETH1 are climbing to new highs and making it virtually impossible to run basic transactions on the blockchain, it's gotten to a point where some non-financial decentralized applications are being forced to shut down and others are running on test nets. You have projects like Loopring, ZK Sync, and Stockweb tech-based projects. They're already live and have users on mainnet. The ETH2 roadmap offers scalability, and the earlier phases of ETH2 are approaching quickly. But base layer scalability for applications is only coming as the last major phase of ETH2. which is still years away. In a further twist of irony, ETH2 usability as a data availability layer for rollups comes in phase 1, long before ETH2 becomes usable for traditional layer 1 applications. These issues taken together lead to a particular conclusion. The Ethereum ecosystem is likely to be an all-in on rollups plus some plasma and channels as a scaling strategy for the near and midterm future. So on the short term, one major outcome is that Ethereum-based layer scaling would primarily be focused on scaling how much data blocks can hold and not efficiency of on-chain computations. So the only determinant of the scalability of a rollup is how much data that the chain can hold, and any increase beyond the current 60 kilobyte per second will help increase rollup scalability. It's important to remember that initially the Beacon chain shipped separately from mainnet, the chain we use currently today. Ethereum mainnet continues to be secured by proof of work, even while the Beacon chain runs in parallel using proof of stake. The merge that we're expecting towards the end of this year, the merge is when these two systems finally come together. Imagine Ethereum as a space, it's not quite ready for an interstellar voyage, but with the Beacon chain, the community has built a new engine and a hardened hull. When it's time, the current ship will dock with this new system, merging into one ship, ready to put in some serious light years and take off on the universe. So what does it look like with merging with mainnet? What does merging with mainnet look like? When this is ready, as we expect in Q2, Q3 of 2022, Ethereum mainnet will merge with Beacon chain, becoming its own shard, which uses proof of stake instead of proof of work. Mainnet will bring the ability to run smart contracts into the proof of stake system, plus the full history and current state of Ethereum to ensure that the transition is smooth for all ETH holders and users. So what happens after the merge? It will signal the end of proof of work for Ethereum, and it will start a whole new era of a more sustainable, eco-friendly Ethereum. At this point, Ethereum will be one step closer to achieving the full scale security and sustainability outlined in Ethereum's vision. It's important to note that an implementation goal of the merge is simplicity in order to expedite the transition from proof of work to proof of stake. Developers are focusing their efforts on this transition and minimizing additional features that could delay this goal. This means that a few features such as the ability to withdraw staked ETH will have to wait a little longer after the merge is complete. Plans include a post-merge upgrade to address these features, which is expected to happen very soon after the merge is completed. Once the merge happens, stakers will be assigned to validate the Ethereum mainnet. Mining will no longer be required, so miners will likely invest their earnings into staking in the new proof of stake system. Let's go deeper into the Beacon chain. After the merge has taken place, some features like withdrawing staked ETH will not yet be supported, but these are planned for a separate upgrade in the future. Originally, the plan was to work on shard chains from the merge to address scalability, but with the boom of layer 2 scaling solutions, the priority has shifted to swapping proof of work to proof of stake using the merge. This will be an ongoing assessment from the community as the need for potentially multiple rounds of shard chains to allow for endless scalability. Let's talk about shard chains. Sharding is a multi-phase upgrade to improve Ethereum scalability and capacity. Shard chains provide extra, cheaper storage layers for applications and rollups to store data. They also enable layer 2 solutions to offer low transaction fees while leveraging the security of Ethereum. This upgrade is planned to follow the merge of mainnet with the Beacon chain. The Beacon chain doesn't change anything about the Ethereum we use currently. It will coordinate the network, serving as the consensus layer. It introduces proof of stake to the Ethereum closed ecosystem. You might note this as phase 0 on the roadmap. So if you're a huge fan of the Ethereum Foundation and all that they've done to improve financial transactions in the global financial system. You'll be excited because this year, 2022, is the year Ethereum is set to complete its largest protocol change in history. Proof of work, the environmentally unfriendly consensus mechanism Ethereum currently uses. It's also known as mining. It'll be completely replaced. So there will be no need for mining Ethereum, and it will be completely replaced by a much more eco-friendly proof of stake consensus mechanism. And like I said earlier, the reason why it's called a merge is because the existing proof of work is going to merge with the proof of stake. So essentially the already running beacon chain, which is a proof of work system, will merge with the existing Ethereum mainnet chain. This preserves the history of the network, its functionality, but crucially changes the consensus mechanism. The beacon chain will coordinate data and the production of new blocks using network validators, which in this case will use economic incentives to secure the blockchain. And at its core, the merge to proof of stake reduces network energy usage by at least 99.95%. Currently, the network has about the same carbon footprint as the entire nation of Finland, and the ecosystem knows we need to do better. The merge will also alleviate the proof of work consensus mechanism because it's not sustainable and it's not scalable long term. The proof of stake makes participating in a network more attainable for more users, which currently favors just large miners. So there's going to be more equal distribution of network rewards to incentivize good behavior and open yield to many more users despite the decreased issuance rate of ETH and smaller block rewards. Alright, so this might sound like a lot, but here are some key takeaways. If you want to interact with mainnet post-merge, you will need a combination of clients like Besu and Teku, which are currently being tested thoroughly for the merge. Architecturally, the merge is making use of existing technology in Ethereum and supplementing it with what we need for the future. Current Ethereum clients like Hyperledger Besu will become known as execution clients, and they will handle the state storage, block production, and smart contract interactions. Consensus clients like Teku will handle synchronizing state across the network and submitting transactions to the beacon chain. A new piece of technology called Engine API will allow these two clients to talk to each other. Altogether, this new stack powers proof of stake with existing technologies and formats, and new ones such as REST APIs for the consensus clients. The Hyperledger Besu is an open source Ethereum client developed under the Apache 2.0 license, and it's written in JavaScript. It runs on Ethereum mainnet, private networks, and test networks such as Rinkeby, Ropsten, Goerli, and the Merge testnet. Besu serves as an execution client on the Ethereum mainnet and the Merge testnet. You can use Besu to develop enterprise applications requiring secure high-performance transaction processing in a private network. And Besu also includes a command line interface for running, maintaining, and debugging nodes. You can also monitor nodes using Besu in an Ethereum ecosystem. You can use the API or using WebSockets to support typical Ethereum functionalities such as ETH mining, smart contract dev, and decentralized application dev. And so existing decentralized applications will still interact in nearly the same way and will require very minimal updates. The merge will not only solve scalability challenges right away, but it's set to pave the way for sharding to improve data availability and bandwidth. Users should look to rollups and layer 2s to scale immediately and lower gas fees. Alright, so you've learned about this, so how can you get involved? You can join Consensus on their Discord channel at chat.consensus.net to give your feedback. You can also chat about the Ethereum clients Besu and Teku. You can also get involved in the entire Merge community because the Merge testnets are coming, and testing plans and how you can get involved, it's open to the public. That's all I have for you guys for today. If you really enjoyed this type of content, if it brought you value, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that when I put out more content you'll be notified. It's been a pleasure. My name is Namdi, also known as Crypto Niger Boy. I'll see you guys next time.